It's really fun once a year to do the two-parter because we can do bigger than normal storytelling with a really heightened world, and we've had really great success with it.
Sophia Turner.
Hello, Rick. Welcome to the CIA.
We have a nice guest star come in and hang out with us. It was a lot of fun.
In these bigger episodes, we like putting Castle and Beckett in jeopardy. So David Amon and I decided to lock Castle and Beckett into a car that was underwater.
It's not an original idea for a car to go off and people to be sinking. So how can we do it so it's about the characters? Castle and Beckett have never gone over dock into the water. So we'll make it about that as opposed to just the car going in.
For this two-parter, my initial thoughts were, this is going to be really fun. I've certainly never done it before. And it's something that you want to get right. It's a major undertaking doing something big like that.
And then the funnest part is, how do we shoot Nathan and Stana in an environment that looks like they're in there in the time we have and for the money we have?
Castle!
Spirit New York Street Night, scene 1.
The production meetings are very important. When you're dealing with a stunt like this, all the various departments are involved. All the different departments really have to talk, so we come out of it with a unified vision and everybody knows what their role is. Castle starts to open the door, ping, ping, ping. Yeah. You can do it with sound. You might want to be prepared for outside to do a bullet hit on the corner of the car. He closes it.
Anytime I read a script and I see a great stunt like in the two-parter where the car gets smashed and goes over the pier, I can't wait to get the team together and figure out, are we going to really take the car in the water, and what are we actually going to really shoot, what's going to be CGI.
Bottom lower level of a cage for the impact, and then another car comes in that we hook up for the push.
Production meetings can be really kind of an interesting environment, especially for a two-parter. Obviously, the biggest question is, how are we going to keep the actors safe in a car that appears to be filling with water?
I was excited to see how they were going to do it. I thought that would be a really fun stunt to play. I actually thought that we were going to be underwater, like fully submerged, but that's not quite the way that it worked in the end.
What kind of safety do we need?
Well, I'm going to be there, so I'm going to babysit them in the car and just make sure that, you know, they get in and get out.
Is there any reason for them to need air in that car?
It was a big episode. I threw my little 2 cents in the hat, and we talked about it. I know one of the things that they wanted to do, they didn't want to go in a tank, and they didn't want to go into the river, so we had to come up with an idea that we could do the car on the set.
The tank moves. So if the camera's here and you're looking at, we have the bubbles, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And then say there's a little bit of an angle here. We just turn it, and then we want to go to that side, we just roll it.
What would be important is when the production meeting's over, people are instantly beginning a proactive, causative approach to problem solving, and everybody's aware of what everybody else's problems are. I'm good. I got it.
All right, everybody, we got 4 cameras, 3 film cameras, 1 video camera on our stunt. The SUV ramming into Beckett's car.
Dennis was working with Brian Spicer, the director of storyboards, and worked with a great team in order to deliver the best possible look that we could.
We're tucked in here pretty safe. This fence area is in a little jeopardy. In other words, nobody in this fence. Everybody on this side of the camera over here is great.
If you were to line up a bunch of people and just kind of judging books by their covers and say, who's probably the most responsible, straight-laced guy in the group, you would not pick Dennis. He's got wild hair, kind of dresses like a rocker. He's got a bandana wrapped around one leg all the time and cowboy boots, and he looks a bit like a wild card. And he kind of is a wild card in life. But when it comes to stunts, he's very concerned about safety. He's very concerned about your comfort level.
I always have this big joke of, like, you do anything with Dennis, like you lean on a chair, and I'm like, oh, let's get you padded up. Hey. And he's got like a stunt guy comes in there, they're slapping pads on you, like, I'm just leaning. No, better safe than sorry. You know what I mean? Let's just get you padded up. It'll be better. Get you padded up. Okay, we'll get, get you some pads for that, we get the pads. So that's Dennis. He's very safety conscious.
Dennis, he's got a great team. I think they're some of the, safest stunt guys in the business, and it's great working with someone like Dennis.
These guys are padded, harnessed, checked out?
Yes.
Doors work? Questions, anybody? Thank you, let's be safe.
When you have 2 stunt people in the car, you want to give them a good whack, but you don't want to give them whiplash either, because as tough as we all are stunt people, nobody can take a hit from behind. So I had to figure out the right speed. And it was around 22 feet or 23 feet where I could step on the gas, come in with power, hit them at a reasonable speed without any chance of injury.
Ready, and 1, 2, 3, get it!
It was a perfect speed where they got a good hit and we got a great gag and nobody was hurt.
Okay, next shot we're going to have both cars joined together, multiple cameras covering.
When we put Stana and Nathan in the car, after I hit it with the stunt doubles, it was time to push them.
So we were in a car that was latched onto the front of a bigger car and being pushed towards the edge of a dock, the edge of a... There's water down below. I don't know how deep it was. I know I couldn't see the bottom, and I know there were dolphins there. So it's got to be pretty deep.
Oh, God. It was great, but there was like a moment, the first take that we did, there was a moment where I realized that I had no escape route available to me. And so if for some reason we didn't stop at the water's edge and we kept going, I was going to be hard-pressed to find a way out of that car.
Hold on, Castle.
Stana is somebody who approaches every situation without fear and with a great deal of curiosity, and she wants to be the person who does it. She really embraces those challenges. Nathan does as well, and so hopefully the end result that's on the screen is convincing for the audience.
Back it! How long can you hold your breath?
That first day, we were attached to another vehicle pushing us off the end of a dock. The second day, they had Stana and I in a car that was filling with water.